Good morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, on this beautiful, gorgeous, it is a stormy day out there. And I mean today, the way it is out there, sounds like summertime is on the brink. Sound like summer, sound like a skip over the springtime. Way it sound like that, there's a storm out on the ocean, and it's moving this way. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away. Yeah, that's only for the religious folks, but that is what it sounds like out there. That's one wild one out there. That ain't just wet. That's wild out there. But it's still. I said all that to say this. It's still a blessed one out there. You still see a gleam and a beam, even though the storm is raging. Even though you hear the storm, there's still a gleam and a beam that you see on me, even right now. Well, for those who out there saying, but if it's storming, who cares what it look like? What is that supposed to mean? Here's what it means. It means that even though no matter what it looks like going on in your life right now, guess what? The favor of God is still waiting on you. Huh? That means the blessing is still on you, and the favor of God is still waiting to overtake you. But like I said, and as I've been telling you one week after another, are you ready? It's there. Don't look at what's going on in your life and say, I don't see it. You ain't got to see it. Just know it. Just know that it is. And we're going to be talking about that on today. That's what today's weekly encouragement is going to be. A little motivational to boost you up and say, so I don't have to see it. I just have to believe it. Well, guess what? Seeing is believing, according to the natural eyes. But in the spiritual realm, you believe because everything starts in the mind first. When you believe it, you will see it. Believe it or not. Just wanted to say that. But just know today, the blessing and the favor, the blessing is already on you. That's why you're here today. But the favor is ready to overtake you. But are you ready? Let me dive in since I'm already going right into what our motivational is today. So I wanted to talk to anybody today. It seems like a lot of people enjoyed me telling you last week to don't quit, which I was just encouraging what I felt for myself, what I took in for myself. And it just seemed like a lot of people, like I told you last week, something told me somebody needed to hear that. And it showed for. Today I want to piggyback a little bit on what it is. Because it seems like to me somebody out there is asking, you keep mentioning to be ready. How do I get ready? I thought I was already ready. Is that you today? I was preparing myself. I thought I was, but it's something that still ain't happening. I still don't understand. Is that you today? Still not comprehending? Still, I feel like you did everything. Feel like you got all your ducks in a row, but it seemed like ain't nothing coming. Ain't nothing falling into place. Is that you today? Because if that's you today, you're exactly who I want to talk to. I want to take it to the next level. I told you last week to don't quit. This week, I want to motivate. Somebody out there needs to be motivated and told today exactly what I'm about to say. So let's go into it. I want you to lend me your ear just for a few minutes. If I had to give this weekly motivational encouragement a title, it would be Show Your Readiness. Use what you got. Let that resonate, and I'm going to tell you again. Show your readiness and use what you got. Well, somebody out there today may be saying, Dr. Charity, okay, I don't understand. How do you show your readiness? I thought I was ready. I prepared myself. I was doing everything right. Matter of fact, I think according to my mind, I did everything that I was supposed to do. And it just seems like nothing happened. seems like I'm just spinning around on the hamster wheel over and over again. Everything that can be wrong is going wrong, and everything that can be right ain't even in sight. That you? Well, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned it. I want you to listen to me today. I'm going to tell you how to show forth your readiness. Because a lot of times we believe we did everything in preparation. And the one thing that is stopping, the one thing that's keeping us from it stepping right, because I told you last week, you're so close, it ain't even funny. The one thing that's stopping you from literally stepping your foot over that threshold into the next chapter is the one thing that you haven't done. Listen in for a few minutes. So, I like to utilize my journey, my testimonial so I reach out to the people and let them know that you're not alone. A lot of times I'm going to use mine, but I want to state this. As I've told you even last year, the promise is waiting on you. You're not waiting on it. It's already here. It's already here. But there are things we got to do in preparation. And everything that we got to do in preparation for that promise is not always recollected. It's not always thought of. We think we do it, and a lot of times we miss it. That is why I was tuning in this week, and I heard some nice, strong encouragement from a Pastor Jamal Bryant and Keon Henderson with his good old self again. But I really was touched by what Pastor Keon said when I tuned in. Pastor Keon mentioned how we quit too soon. The believers quit too soon. Those who have dreams, visions, goals, prayers, and wants, desires, and wishes quit too soon. That's confirmation of what I said last week. Didn't I tell you not to quit? He came right behind and confirmed it. But he took it to the next step. I love what he said afterwards. After he said that we quit too soon, he stated that there's a reason for the struggle that you're going through. God wants to see if you actually ready. That's why I told you last week. If you give up now, it's not the enemy's fault. The enemy can't stop you. It's already yours. You really right there. The door's right here. You really within arm reach of opening the knob and going straight through. Matter of fact, some of y'all don't even have to open the door knob or twist it. All you got to do is put your leg out. That's all. That's how close you are. So the enemy know he can't stop it. That's why he's trying to distract and turn you around to go the opposite direction. He's trying to get you to give up right at the break of your promise. That new chapter about to open, right when the page is about to turn, he's trying to get you to give up now. But I tell you today, show your readiness by holding on a little bit longer. The way that Pastor Keon said it was, God uses the test to show how ready you are. You ever heard the saying, it's only a test you're going through? It's only a test. For you can't have a testimony without a test. So the struggle may be real. For anybody who's listening today, the struggle may be real, but let me tell you something. The reason why you're seeing it is because he's trying to see how ready are you. You said you're ready. I heard you. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Let me see how you sure you're ready? Because this is a lot that you asking for. I don't know if you can handle this. It's just like a woman having a baby. She had them Braxton Hicks for a reason. Them things hurt. But it ain't even the real labor. Because guess what? If you can scream and holler at a Braxton Hicks, you going to be nothing when it comes to that real labor. You ain't going to survive. They going to have to put you out like I don't know what. You can't handle a Braxton Hicks. You sure ain't going to be able to handle the real deal. And I'm a witness for that. Been through it 3 times. That's how it is in life. So I'm here to encourage somebody today. Show forth your readiness by going through the test, by holding on a little bit longer and not tap it out so soon. Like I said, you're right here. This is just so you can add to the testimony once you get over, so you can share with others how you made it. If anybody needs a little bit of personal booster for those who may not be that spiritual, let's listen to mine. I got something to tell you. So I did the same thing. Been praying, seeking, wishing, desiring for something I rightfully deserve for so long. And as I told you in the end of last year, I finally decided, I thought I made all the preparations. I got myself in order, got myself stabilized. I cut off certain things, cut off certain people, did everything that I thought was right. And it was almost like the Spirit looked at me and said, I don't know why you keep asking. I already have it. Been had it. I told you. I showed you that I had it. My thing is, you still ain't showing me that you're ready. And as I told you last week, it was only when I finally said at the end of the last year, you know what, God, I got to have this. I'm not going to ask for it. I done asked for it. I done prayed for it. I done tapped into it and did my part. Now you got to give it to me. Now, how you going to give it to me? When you going to give it to me? I feel just like those, it might tell a little bit of my age, but I feel like the Little Mermaid right here. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. Yeah. I knew something was going to happen. And I told God myself, something got to happen. Something got to happen. You got to bring them to me. You got to bring it. You got to open this door for me. I can't take this no more. Now, how you going to do it and when you going to do it, that's going to be you. My hands is off. I'm letting it go. I'm leaving it alone. As Alvin Darling said years ago, leave it alone. Leave it alone. God can fix it better than you can. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I left it alone. I went into this year and said, you know what? I don't have no, but I am going to get it. So I'm still going into my territory. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to get mines, but I'm not going to intervene with that. It was when I did that, as I told you last week, when the Spirit looked at me and said, so you are ready to let me do my part. Because it seemed like every time I told you that I was going to open this opportunity, you decided to take the initiative and say you don't need God no more. So I just took my hands off of it, and that's why you ain't never seen me. So you really going to let me do the miraculous? You going to let me be God in this? You going to let me bring forth what I promised you instead of trying to be the God and bring forth your own promise? I said, yes, sir. When I did that, I've been seeing the most miraculous that words cannot express of what I've been seeing and experiencing. The very thing I prayed for came right to my doorstep in January. And it's been coming on overflow, just continuously, day after day. And it's like the Spirit said, you could have enjoyed this a little bit earlier had you just let it go. Truthfully, let it go. So today I'm telling you, that's how you show forth your readiness. By truthfully letting go and letting God. Still go into the territory to receive what's yours, but you don't have to do no miracles or do nothing to claim what's yours. That's the work of God. That's not for you to do. That's for God to do on your behalf because He promised you. All you got to do is hold on a little bit longer. Show your readiness. And I'm going to drop a little bit of spark, a little bit more into it. If anybody out there today is saying, well, what do I use to show forth my readiness? Okay, if I let it go, so how am I supposed to continue to stay strong? I'm going to tell you what Jamal Bryant said last week. Use what you got. You don't need a lot of the whole faith, just a little bit. That's all, like I told you last week. As 50 Cent said, just a little bit. Use what you got. Use what you got to show forth the readiness. You don't have to go out there and get nothing. You don't have to wait till you got a lot. Use what you got. Because you got more than enough to see the promise and the glory that's over your life. You are too close to give up. Don't do it. It's right there. All you got to do is truthfully let go and let God and trust that indeed this is about to work out in my favor, regardless of what it looks like. it's about to work out in my favor because it's my promise. So I'm going to show forth my readiness by letting God do the miraculous. I'm going into my territory. I'm going to take what is rightfully mine, and I refuse to settle. And I will tell the enemy over my dead body, but God is going to work on my behalf and do the miraculous. He's the one that's going to bring it forth. I'm just going to go towards it. And I refuse to turn back. So today, those who have heard this motivational empowerment, I want you to go through this week showing forth your readiness. Show to God and make the devil out of a liar this week. Go forth and let it go. Truthfully, let it go. Show forth your readiness by letting go, marching into your territory, and let God do the miraculous. You don't got to do nothing. God gonna do it. And he gonna bring it forth without no help of yours. He gonna bring it forth even better and have your jaw dropping. And it don't take that long. I'm a witness. He'll have your jaw dropping beginning tomorrow if you do it today. I'm telling you. So, today, go into the week showing forth your readiness by letting go and letting God. Go into it knowing that the test is only to make your testimony greater. Because there's greater that lies for you right now, right over in a few steps. There's greater for you. And you about to experience it. All you got to do is show forth the readiness and refuse to settle over my dead body because it's yours right now. Use what you got because you got all that you need right inside of you. That's all God needs. All you need to do, let go and let God go into your territory and watch him do the miraculous. It's already yours. Go into this week and watch what happens because it's already yours. Well, that's all that I have for you on today. But tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. Subscribe to Lady Superwoman. Please subscribe to Lady Superwoman on YouTube. That's at Lady Superwoman 9999. That's 4 nines on YouTube for all of your weekly encouragements. And remember, as you go through this week, to show forth your readiness. Use what you got. Let go. Let God go into your territory and watch him do the miraculous. It's already yours. It's about to happen. Just let go and let God. I love you. I will see you next week. Love you again. Grace and peace. See you later. Bye-bye.